Well, howdy there, folks. This is your host, idjester. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to the inaugural episode of On the Horizon. This is a brand new video series that I'm creating. What I plan on doing is talking to you for about 10 to 15 minutes and just talking about all the new things that are going on in the gaming community. We're going to be reviewing games. We're going to be talking about new and upcoming games. We're going to be talking about games that have been patched or updated, mods, changed, whatever that's important out there. We're going to be looking into it and finding out what exactly is going on there. So hopefully if you come and watch my video, you'll kind of stay up to date on all the important things that are going on out there. I can think of no better way to start my inaugural On the Horizon video series than actually talking about the game Horizon. For those of you who have been on my game channel for a couple weeks know that we investigated the Horizon beta a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't thoroughly impressed with it. It just didn't seem finished and polished at the time. But they have now released it as of February 6th today, and you can now pick this up on Steam, as you can see, for $26.99. I think this is only for until about the 10th. I think this is only good until the 10th. So you need to pick this up in the next couple of days if you're going to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be paying $29.99. So for those of you who don't know, Horizon is a 4X outer space strategy game. And you're basically going to use your units to explore the galaxy. You're going to expand out. You're going to conquer other civilizations and basically try to make your civilization the best of the galaxy. I am a little apprehensive that this game came out after just reviewing the beta not too long ago. But if we can look at the actual information here on the Steam webpage, you will see they've actually made quite a bunch of changes to the game and additions. There was actually a 1.2 gig download that they did before they released the game, so you can see they added quite a few things. They now have new galaxy sizes, are all playable. The game difficulty's been increased and added to the start of the game. You can now, camera zoom has been added, and you can now pan and move in tactical combat. Random events have been generators been added. So it seems like they've done quite a bit of additions in the last couple weeks to this game, which is thoroughly needed. And we're going to be investigating this game once again. I'm going to be doing a playthrough and then probably another review now that this game is finalized. As you can see, a whole list of things here. They've made some adjustments to the AI and what it does and doesn't do and how it acts to things. Of course, any good update is going to include some balance changes. You can see all the different balance changes there. And of course some minor other changes and improvements that they've added to the game. So we're going to start looking into that, and I'm going to start doing a video series checking out the full release of Horizon and see if they've done enough to make it worth your time, money, and effort. The second bit of gaming news is for Infinite Crisis. Infinite Crisis, if you're not sure what Infinite Crisis is, folks, it is a MOBA, so that's a massive online battle arena, similar to like Dota or League of Legends, but is based upon superheroes. And yes, finally, after much pleading and begging from all of the players in the game, they are going to be releasing Superman into the game now. One thing Infinite Crisis does really, really well is they introduce the characters, but they don't just throw them at you without any information. Each of the characters actually has a nice video that you can watch where they talk about all the strengths and weaknesses of the character, how to play them, and then even give you some tips and general information on things you might want to look at and how to act, how to play that different character. They're also going to be releasing a brand new map called Gotham Divided, and I have not got on to check out this, but if you are a founder member, you should already have access to the Gotham Divided. It's going to be their new mobile map, and should be kind of interesting. If you're not sure much about Infinite Crisis, I do have some videos on my game channel where I play some of the different characters. You can see how the games are, how they progress and what you can do with them. And it is a free to play, so you can see you can just click on the Play Now button, download the client, set you up an account, and you can be playing in just a couple hours and checking it out for yourself. It's definitely a really interesting game. I'm not a really, for those of you out there that aren't a really big MOBA fan like me, I've never really played Dota, League of Legends, or anything like that. But I find this game a lot more interesting because it seems to be a lot more interaction between the characters and stuff. And I am kind of a superhero nut to begin with. So definitely Infinite Crisis is right up my alley. And last today, for our last bit of news, is some things that I've talked about in some of my other videos, but I want to introduce this to you guys now so you can get on board and follow along with this, as I am. Galactic Civilization 3 is in the works and it's going to be coming out later in 2014. You can see just by looking at these different screenshots, they've done a lot of work on the different ships, what the map looks like, how the different races, what they look like. And I really think they're headed in the right direction. There's a lot of different news that you could read about on what they're looking to do with this game. In fact, if you're looking into Galactic Civilizations, it is the third of the series. Hopefully you played Galactic Civilization 1 or Galactic Civilization 2. I've actually got a couple of Galactic Civilization 2 videos on my game channel right now that you can look at and check out to see how the basic premise behind the system and how it operates. If you're interested in Galactic Civilization 3, it might be a good time for you to actually become a founder. You can click on this Become a Founder button and you can see there's basically two different levels. You can become an Elite Edition, which gives you, for $99, it basically gives you alpha access, which means as soon as the alpha is built, you will have access to it and you'll be able to play it, and you will be able to help the developers responsible for the game and give them suggestions and help them along making the game, and if there anything that needs to be added or changed. So it will give you alpha access, plus more importantly it'll give you all the downloadable content and expansions that are included with Galactic Civilization for the lifetime of Galactic Civilization 3. And you know the way game manufacturers work recently, in that they basically release a game and then they come out with 3, 4, 10 different expansions for it. So definitely, you can save you some money now by becoming a Founder Elite Edition. If you don't want to spend the $99, you definitely want to take advantage of the Founders Edition here. Is $39, which basically is going to be $10 off the full price of the game. Plus, you're going to get access to the beta once the beta is going to be released. From what I understand, they are planning on a 2014 release, probably towards the end of this year. I would think it's going to be a couple months before the alpha comes out. Once the alpha comes out, it's usually a couple months before beta comes out, and then usually in beta for several months, just finishing up everything. And of course, you can get some other things as well with the Founders Vault and a Forum badge. And so that's our basic news for today, February 6, 2014. We've got some information on the Horizon full release, Infinite Crisis, the release of Superman, and also Galactic Civilization 3. Just an introductory video for you guys, just talking about it and letting you know that it is in the works and it's something you might want to look into for yourselves. So that's it for On the Horizon today, folks. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, anything you want to see added to this series, just let me know. And we'll see you next time.